Everybody. My name is Angélique Mosley. I'm phoning in from Sydney, Australia, but I have a special connection with Typewronger, and I'd like to thank Tom and Elsa for letting me participate, and also for publishing this little poetry collection from which I'm going to read one piece, but I also have a new spoken word piece that I thought I would start with and give us some contrast. So this first piece is a spoken word poem called 3 by 11. How many nuns, I wonder, took the veil to be alone? Saw Juana with her plays and prose, and Galileo's daughter now enthroned, her name on one of Venus's craters. I strive to live as they were known. Rise early, write, and let my mind fill each recess of my 3 by 11 and the ensuite. This room, my life, a pure ascetic treat. For 14 months now, this cloister's kept me right, with a mock-up of our nearby stars glowing by night green on my blue walls. I never dream of earthly fire. I blocked the modem 3 months in, and had no talk since of real-life murder. You know, it revolutionized my dependence on porn. Now I leaf through my teenage harlequins and frame their sun-eyed heroines with Jill from Uni's face. And it's my inner eye that populates this space whenever I'm dreaming. And in the mornings the skylight cleans my body's poison, and sexless once again I am 3 by 11 without ornament. With folded shirts, sleeves 90 degrees sharp-ish, a trick I learned to quell the waves of fear of rubbish clotting up in the Atlantic. And since I stopped bleaching my teeth for interviews, I can taste grace and relief after months on months of job hunting like a load-bearing pinup. Now I review mailed DVDs. I pay cash rent and good B-movies to my sister, and she gives me trays of food. I knew we were different when she started wearing makeup, but she's improved. She slides me letters under the door with news of viruses and voting trends, advertising that the world is still fast and crude, not in my 3 by 11. No cultural flares are lit to smoke between my childhood rug and my devoted hope. My air wheels through a scented diffuser, summer, eucalyptus, and winter, lavender. And never pounding my soles out in the dirty street, I have no triggers telling me I should mourn for my pa's burnt-out farm where we used to hang from the squeaky shed awning while the adults were off lambing. Before we moved to the CBD. Before we got degrees and failed to break even. That all stops at the latch of my skylit quiet money 3 by 11. I gave up drinking, gave up singing, and like those agnostic nuns, I know that life is fostered privately at home. And as my sister masks her tears each morn and stoops to fit the mold, I spread myself 3 by 11 and know a sacred life alone. This second piece is closer to my own genuine feeling. It's called Villanelle, after the poetic style that was mastered best by Elizabeth Bishop, amongst others. Villanelle. To touch not is to be sure, never shown. But I, like Thomas, built my faith on sand. Your hand, I trust, when I don't know my own. Dear friend, who moved my clay till I had grown, whose love I've missed tangibly in all lands, to touch not is, to be sure, never shown. I have been blind and coarse and returned prone. A stranger took this body I have manned. Your hand I trust when I don't know my own. That stranger burnt the good of touch I've known. Now you believe I hate to feel a hand. To touch is not, to be sure, never shown. And yet my faith's in man, all men alone. We're thoughtless, but no God felt thought so grand. Your hand I trust when I don't know my own. Then reach out, bring me back your presence lone. Unseen but felt, your action bids me stand. To touch not is to never be sure shown. Your hand I trust when I don't know my own. Thank you.